everybody. Just getting organized here. I'm doing it via my phone, so if anybody's there, if you could let me know if you can hear me properly, because I'm just thinking the speaker's on the bottom. And let me have a look here. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm going to put it on my computer as well so I can see your comments. Let me just turn off the sound. If you just give me 2 seconds. If you can let me know if you can hear me, that would be awesome. Oh, cool. Thank you, Natasha. And I'm just gonna, I can manage to see the comments, so that's cool. I thought I would have to do it via the computer. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you've booked onto the rollerball making takes. It'll be nice to see you because I haven't seen you for ages. Let me just 2 seconds. For some reason, I'm not able to see myself on there. The joys of technology. Right, I don't know why that's not working. Okay, I think I shall just go for it, and hopefully I can just watch your comments as they come through. And why is this not working here? I'll just give my computer a quick refresh. Hi, Lisa. I'm just getting my computer sorted, so hopefully I can see everybody's comments, and then we shall get started. Yeah. Computer says no, but phone is working okay, so hopefully I can keep up with everybody's comments. And if I can't answer them straight away as we're going through, I can always post some answers and stuff at the end. That's a bit annoying. I don't understand why that's doing that. Never mind. Right, okay, cool. So anyway, I shall give up on the computer side of things and we'll just go with doing it live from the phone. And if you've got any questions as we go through, just fire them away. Hopefully I'll be able to see them on the screen there. And as I say, if I don't manage to keep up with all the messages and stuff, then I shall answer them all at the end because my computer is not working. So cool. So welcome to my Essential Oil 101 class. This is the first time I've done this live on Facebook, so fingers crossed it goes well. The reason I've decided to do this is often we're too busy, or we can't get childcare, or we have other commitments, and it's really difficult to get to a class and get out and about. So I thought this way you can get to learn about the oils in the comfort of your own home with a cup of cha or a glass of vino, whatever you do on your Sunday evening in your jammies, all cozied up. So that's cool. So just tell you a little bit about myself for those of you that don't know me. Hi, Wendy. My name's Susie. You've probably come across this event via either my personal page or my Spirit and Soul page or Instagram. And I'm a health and wellness coach. I teach meditation and mindfulness. I work with essential oils. I'm a Reiki healer. And I work with children as well, teaching children meditation and mindfulness. So that's a little bit about what I currently do. I'm a mum of 3. I have 2 stepchildren and a little girl of my own who is 8, who you will probably hear at some point in the background because my husband's trying to get her ready for bed. And yeah, so my background is actually sales and marketing, and that's kind of you know, I studied that at university, went and did that, and then I became a mum. And whilst trying to be a mum and, you know, do my whole sales and marketing bit, which was quite a fast-paced environment, I ended up really burning myself out and ended up quite ill. to the point I was actually bedridden. So at that point, I kind of made the decision that no, this isn't how I want my life to be, and I want to be there to experience life and enjoy life with my kids. And I've got horses and I love animals, and kind of, I wanted to be out doing and enjoying all the things like that. So I started to look at more holistic methods of supporting my own health, and through that journey came to discover Reiki and the meditation and mindfulness, which that's one thing that I'm hugely passionate about. But my main passion is to empower other people to realise that there's other solutions out there to support ourselves holistically, mind, body, spirit, the whole package. It's not just a quick fix, unfortunately, but there's lots of things we can do to support our own wellness and health. So everything I say today is based on doTERRA products. It's not, for other essential oil products that are out there. And what I would say, I have to kind of say this, that I make no claims that a product cures, diagnoses, treats or prevents disease. All the products are designed to support you in a healthy way, and that's the kind of things we're going to be discussing today. So, with regards to doTERRA, I've actually been using the oils for 2 years myself, and doing it as a business for about 1.5 years. And I first discovered doTERRA when my mum was ill. My mum was going through cancer. Excuse me. My mum was going through cancer, and my stepson had some additional support needs, and I was looking for ways holistically to support his concentration and just give him a bit of an additional boost, but naturally. So I'd spoken to a friend who had suggested using essential oils, and in particular I was looking at frankincense oil to support my mum's health, and various other oils to support her during her chemo journey. Now, frankincense oil that I just mentioned there is probably one of the most scientifically researched oils out there, and if you're keen to find out more about that, you can find that there's a website called PubMed. It is a website that's got loads of different published articles and studies with regards to all sorts of things, but essential oils as well. And yeah, so I was looking for frankincense oil to support my mum, and it's great for helping support people on a cellular level. So I'll take you through basically what I would do in a class. Feel free to ask any questions as we're going through, and I will hopefully, as I say, be able to pick them up. And I will pop some links and handy things in the comments once we're finished as well. So I said the class will probably take about 45 minutes. We'll see how that goes. It could be a lot less, could be more if everybody's asking questions and stuff, but we'll see how that goes. I'm not renowned for my punctuality and staying on point. So anybody who's been to any of my essential oil classes knows that they do tend to run over, because I love my oils and can't stop yapping about them. However, since it's just me and my phone, hopefully we can keep it on track and to time. So just to tell you a bit first, so what is an essential oil? So an essential oil is an aromatic compound that's found in plants. It can come from the bark, it can come from the leaves, it can come from the flowers. They're super powerful, natural and safe, so it's classed as nature's medicine. Now, just to give you an idea of how powerful they are, I absolutely love this fact, as I'm drinking my tea anyway, but 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So they're super potent, and they're about 50 to 70 times more powerful than the herbs themselves. So they're really concentrated, really pure. So very powerful. So they're naturally there to protect plants from diseases and all sorts of different things. But over thousands of years, we've discovered that humans as they can support us too. So Let me have a look here. I've got some notes in front of me so I can kind of keep on track. So one thing I would say is the reason I chose doTERRA over any other essential oil company is that doTERRA oils are certified therapeutic grade oils. Now, you get different grades of oils. You get most the oils in the market are synthetic oils, so they're produced in a lab and they're often produced to mimic the natural compounds, and with doing that sometimes there's synthetics added and fillers, so you're not going to get the same effect from that oil as you will from a pure oil. Now, as I mentioned, I chose doTERRA when I was looking to support my son and also my mum. So for me, the purity was hugely important. You know, if you're just using an oil to make your home smell nice, then, you know, you could maybe kind of compromise a little bit on that. But for me, safety and purity were key. So these are the highest grade of oils that you will find in the market. A lot of these oils can be used internally, which I wouldn't suggest you do with other brands. But the reason I'm saying that about these oils is that you can, each oil is tested and they're third party tested as well. So they're one of the only companies in the world that use third party testing to ensure the safety and the quality of their oils. So you can rest assured that that you are getting what it says on the label. Hi Debbie. So that's one of the reasons why I choose them over any other company. Now, if you're really into the science part of things, you can have a look on the website Source to You. And what that is that shows the sourcing of each individual bottle of essential oil. Now, each bottle of essential oil will have a batch code on the bottom. And what you can do is you can go and type that batch code into Source to You, and it will show you the scientific testing for that particular batch, when it was distilled, where it was distilled, so you can ensure that that has met all the appropriate benchmarks, which is really super cool if you're into the science side of oils. So that's, you know, I think this is nature's medicine, and the beauty of it is that it works in line with your own body and system. So essential oils work to balance the body. Hi Annie. Essential oils work in balance with the body, so you don't have the nasty side effects that you sometimes have, you know, when say you had a tummy bug and, you know, you're taking your antibiotics and it ends up killing all the bacteria. You know, essential oils will work in a positive way with the body. Now, I am 100% a fan of modern medicine as well, and I do think that there's a time and a place for both. But what I love about this form of support is that often, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but often you could be waiting like 2 weeks to get to the doctor, or, you know, what it does is it allows us something to try in the meantime until we get to that point. And they're also massively a huge part of my life now in regards to supporting my health proactively. So just a little hands up there, or a like, or a heart if any of you have got essential oils at home already. So are any of you currently using essential oils at home? And it just takes a wee second to come through. Yeah. Cool. Brilliant. Great stuff. So, yay, lots of love for the essential oils coming through. Cool. Brilliant. So, yeah, so some of you already have a little bit of, hi Gail, I'm just trying to read the messages as they're coming through because I can't pick them up on my computer. So, yeah, we could always do a Facebook Live together, or I could do a messenger with you and we could do a one-on-one call that way, and I'll let you go and enjoy your holidays. And we can do this live over the phone or something like that, a Skype or whatever suits you. Cool. Okay, so yeah, so I was speaking a little bit there about using oils proactively to support our health. So one thing that doTERRA covers here is this little pyramid at the bottom. Okay, and this is called a wellness pyramid. Now, the wellness pyramid is kind of covering the fundamentals of a healthy lifestyle, and it starts at the very base with eating right. Okay, we all know that we should, you know, eat more vegetables, eat more fruit, cut down sugar, all these kind of things. And although we know it, we don't often do it. However, it's kind of one of the core fundamentals to living a healthy and vibrant lifestyle. So it's something to really, really consider. Next up from that, we've got exercise. Now, exercise doesn't have to mean, you know, kind of MetaFit, you know, pushing yourself in that kind of way, going to the gym. Exercise can be absolutely anything, you know. It could be taking your kids to the park and playing with them in the park, or going for a walk, or going to yoga, or absolutely anything that you are going to enjoy. So it shouldn't be a punishment, it should be something that can become part of your daily routine or weekly routine. You know, I spent, I don't know how many, probably thousands of pounds on gym memberships over the years, and occasionally at times I have enjoyed them, but at other times, you know, I didn't particularly enjoy it. And when we're in that frame of mind, we're not going to stick to it. So it's about finding what's right for you. That could be, I know there's some horsey people in here, so it could be horse riding or cycling, or, you know, as I say, walking, running, whatever it is for you. Just incorporating some form of exercise on a weekly basis is going to help with your overall healthy lifestyle. Next up, this is the key area that we all struggle with, rest and manage stress. Okay, now sleep is often viewed, yeah, Wendy's saying Pilates, yeah, too right Wendy, get your Pilates on the go, core strength. So rest and manage stress is something, an area that we could all probably do with spending a bit more time looking at, you know. And I was just thinking, you know, sleep is often viewed as a luxury, however, it's an absolute necessity. And there's some oils as we go through that can help, you know, if you do have occasional issues with not being able to sleep properly, then we can look at oils to kind of support you with that. So, you know, meditation, wonderful way to reduce stress, even just walking, you know, if you've got dogs, taking your dogs for a walk, spending time with people that you enjoy, having a bath, it could be absolutely anything. So how many of you are good at resting and managing stress? Let me look at a little hands up here. Or a no hands up. I should have asked that question in reverse. There's no, absolutely nothing coming through. Okay, oh, one person. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so it's an area that we could all probably look at and review. And as I say, we've got essential oils to support you with that. And one thing I would say about once you start this essential oil journey, it kind of filters out throughout your whole life. You know, it's not just using essential oils for one thing, it filters out, and you want to take better care of yourself. And you want to look after yourself. Self-care is so, so important. You know, we can't be there for other people if we're not looking after ourselves. So yeah, Susan's saying she's useless at it. So it's, you know, it's about creating boundaries, and it's about, you know, trying to create this space for ourselves to look after ourselves. And it's hugely, hugely important. And Susan, since you're online just now, the next thing we're coming up to, you'll know the answer to this question. Reduce toxic load. So does anybody know what your toxic load is? So I'm going to hang fire for a second and have a scoop of my tea whilst anybody answers. No? Anything? Any ideas what toxic load is? Nope. Okay, it'll maybe come through in a minute. Sometimes there's a bit of a delay. Okay, nope. One nope from Debbie. Footprint. Could be part of that, Kerry. It's something you're very passionate about, Kerry, actually. So yeah, so Kerry, you are subconsciously doing it without even knowing it, but I'll tell you what it is. So reducing our toxic load is about reducing the amount of toxins in our life. Now, that could be simple things like the food we eat, you know, trying to eat food that, you know, contains less pesticides. Susan's saying, no, I've either forgotten or not written it down from the last session. Well, Susan, part of your business is all about reducing people's toxic load. So reducing our toxic load is about kind of looking at the chemicals we're around in our homes and including the chemicals that we apply to our bodies. So without even thinking about it, I can't remember, it's an absolutely ridiculous figure, but you know, the average woman puts something, it's well over 100 chemicals on her body each day. And that's just through things like, you know, the toothpaste we use, the shampoo we use, the moisturizer we use, deodorants, all these different things, makeup, creams, all these things can be adding toxic load. So if you have a pen and paper, there's two things you could write down here, and you can actually check out the products in your home. So there's a website called EWG Group, and EWG Group will help you have a look at the products you've got and will identify any that you know, aren't particularly great. There's a wonderful app, and I always laugh at this, it's called Think Dirty, so be careful what you're Googling in your app store. But Think Dirty is a wonderful app, and what you can do is you can actually scan your product, scan the barcode of the product, and it will give you a rating for that product from 0 to 10, and 10 being that it is off the scale, not great, you really want to get that out of your home, and 0 being wonderful. So Susan that's online just now, she works for a company called Tropic, who are a skincare, vegan friendly organic skincare product. So Susan, those kind of products rate really, really well on the Think Dirty app. When I first downloaded that app, I was like a woman possessed. I was like round the bathroom scanning absolutely everything, and I was horrified at some of the things. And from some companies, I actually thought, oh, I'm buying like a healthier, natural product. But when I scanned it, one of the key things that came out was fragrance. Now, fragrance is an artificial, you know, smell that is added to products, and it's often a really, really bad allergen for people. So if people suffer from eczema or psoriasis or things like that, you know, fragrance can be a bit of an irritant. It also identifies carcinogenic properties of products. So yeah, Kerry's saying it sounds ace. It is ace, Kerry. You'll love it. So you can download that app, and it's a really, really good place. Yeah, Debbie's saying some cleaning stuff catches my throat, and that's exactly it, Debbie. So there's so many chemicals in our home that we're exposed to on a daily basis, whether that be, you know, long ago I used to have like Glade plugins and stuff. Now, if you've got pets in your home or small children, or even my husband and my son are asthmatic, if you have any like chemical cleaners and things like that in your home, you're really exposing yourself to a lot of toxins and chemicals. So by reducing your toxic load, that's kind of looking and identifying some of those things. I know Kerry's an Enyo lover, and you know, Enyo's great for that. You know, it's chemical free cleaning, you're just using water. So there's lots of things coming into the market to help make that a bit easier for us. And it's just about awareness. Now, Annie, if you're still watching, you're going to laugh because this is my favourite saying of the moment. But, you know, you don't know until you know. Okay, so sometimes we're like, oh gosh, I can't believe I don't even know this, you know, but we don't know until we know. And it's about a learning journey. And until I worked with doTERRA and used the products myself, I had no idea about these things. And this is what I'm saying, it begins to filter out over your whole life. Not from, you know, that one drop of essential oil you might start using to help you get a better night's sleep, or, you know, you might have a cough or a cold. And from that, it just filters out over your whole lifestyle. So next up from that is informed self-care. So that's looking at things like making sure you take appropriate nutritional supplements, maybe probiotics if you have issues with your gut, or I take probiotics all the time anyway. And just, you know, what we're speaking about here, so just being more informed. And it's saying you don't know till you know. Exactly, you don't know till you know. So informed self-care is just, being a bit more aware about our self-care and kind of identifying areas, that we can look at if we're feeling particularly stressed. What can we be doing about it to actually support ourselves? And then lastly, the top of the wellness pyramid is proactive medical care. So, for ladies, that could be making sure that you go for your smear regularly and making sure you have regular dental checkups. All these little things that are going to help us stay healthy so we can be proactive about our health instead of reactive. So what that means, if you're unsure, is, previously I was very reactive to my health. I was ill all the time, I was stressed, I was constantly backwards and forwards to the doctor, and I was taking round and round of antibiotics, trying various tablets and things, whereas now I'm more proactive. So I take nutritional supplements every day. I make sure that for me, I meditate every morning, I do my yoga every day, I don't have caffeine because I used to suffer from anxiety and that was a big trigger. So it's just being more proactive towards your health, and that just comes from learning. So, okay, next up, we are going to move on to essential oil uses. It's really annoying that we don't have smell-o-vision because you're not going to get to experience all the oils that I am, but I'll go through them all with you. So there's 3 ways that we can use essential oils. We can use them aromatically. So I had my diffuser on earlier here. I'll show you, lift it up so you can see it. So this is using the oils aromatically. So they're coming into the air. Then we have other ways you could use it aromatically. I've got little bracelets on here. These are lava bead bracelets. One was made by my lovely friend Suzanne, and the other one was made by my beautiful friend Gemini, who makes them for my business. So you can apply essential oils to these bracelets and you can take them with you. Another way of using it aromatically would be just to pop it on a scarf or something like that. So you can smell it. I'm just going to pop this off just now because the diffuser is quite close to me. You can't see me for the beautiful smells. But so that's aromatically. So aromatically is having it in the air. Probably the most common way I use them aromatically, which one will I use? I'll use this one here. Is basically just to pop a drop of oil in my hand, like this. I rub it together, and what I do is I just close my mouth and I just take a deep inhale. Like that. Smells awesome. So that's using them aromatically. Now, a lot of people start their journey by using a diffuser and diffusing oils because it smells nice. But essential oils work on such a deeper level than that. So they work emotionally, they affect us on a cellular level. So within 2 minutes from that inhale, the essential oil will have affected every single cell in my body, which is crazy epic. So that means that they're really super fast at working. Cute, yes, Susan's saying she pops a drop of lavender oil on her wee boy's Teddy to help him sleep better. So perfect, that's an example of using oils aromatically to help kind of soothe and calm us. So by that way they're getting into our system and helping support us. So that's a really lovely way to use your oil, Susan, for your kiddos. Next up is topically. So topically is applying an oil directly to an area. So say I had, I climbed Bennachie the other day, here's an example. I climbed Bennachie, and then the next day I had an 1.5 hour yoga class, and I was beginning to feel my muscles were a little bit achy. So I reached for my essential oils. I've got this blend here called Deep Blue, which we'll go through soon. And what I did was I just mixed my Deep Blue up with a little bit of oil and rubbed it down my hamstrings at the back there, across my lower back, and that just really helped kind of ease that area. So that's using it topically. You know, if you had maybe a sore tummy, you could apply it to the tummy area. if you have children and are wanting to use essential oils, you could apply it to the soles of their feet and just pop some socks on. So that would be applying it topically as well. Next up is internally. Now, as I said at the start, this would only really apply to doTERRA essential oils. I wouldn't suggest that you do this with another brand. Always check the labels of the oils you're using. As I say, I can vouch for these ones. Kerry's saying, is it okay to put straight on your hand to inhale like you did without mixing with a carrier? Yeah, definitely, Kerry. So what you're doing there is you're inhaling, it's entering in through the nose, it actually crosses the blood-brain barrier and straight into the limbic system. So it's a wonderful way if you're using oils emotionally. So if you were feeling a bit stressed or anxious or worried, or even just struggling to get to sleep, if you're hyper, or if you're wanting or feeling a bit low and you want to bring your mood up, it's a great way to use oils like that. That's actually my husband's favourite way. He uses oils in the morning, and that's what he would do. Pop a drop, do that, and you can literally just wipe the oil on your neck or whatever, so you've still got the scent of it as the day goes on. So yeah, that's probably the most common way I use my oils, along with my diffuser bracelet. So internally, every day, every morning, I take a drop of this beautiful little lemon oil, and I add this just to some warm water. Now, from a safety point of view, if we're using our essential oils and taking them internally, we always want to have them either in a metal container, or, like, as I say, I've got a cup here, you could have it in a cup or glass. You don't want to be adding any essential oils to plastic. And the reason being, the essential oils will actually leach some of the toxins out of the plastic. So we're trying to reduce our toxic load, so we really don't want that happening. So you want to just pop it, as I say, like in, you get glass bottles like this now, or metal ones, pop a drop in, and you can give it a shake before you drink it. Or even a jam jar, you could use a jam jar, I've done that before, just whatever. So lemon oil, I would pop a drop in my water in the morning, and just take a drink. So that's using them internally. Another way you can take them internally, if there was an oil, and as you go through you'll hear some of the benefits. If there was an oil you wanted to use to support your health that you really didn't enjoy the taste of, or you were wanting to use a few oils together, you can get these here. Now these are called veggie caps, and they're just like empty capsules. So if you've ever had like a Sudafed or a Nurofen or something like that, sometimes they come in these little capsules. So these are empty ones. These are vegetarian ones. And what you can do is you can open it and you can literally pop whatever oils you're needing into the capsule, pop the lid on, and swallow it that way. So there's a number of different ways you can take it internally. I use it in food, so I'll quite often put wild orange in my smoothies, or I make peppermint brownies and I'll add some drops of that. As I say, lemon in my water. Yeah, so lots of different ways you can use it internally. You can use it in cooking and all sorts of different things like that. So that is taking them internally. So a little bit on essential oil safety. So I mentioned that they are really, really powerful, so you do want to be careful with them. So if you have children, you want to keep them out of reach of your children. You want to treat them with a little bit of respect. That being said, they're 100% natural. So if anything did accidentally happen, like for example, if you got a little one got oil in their eye or something like that. Here's a little question for you. So if somebody spilled oil on their eye or something like that, what do you think you would use to wash the eye out? Let's see some comments coming through. It just takes a wee minute to filter through. Does anybody have any ideas? No. Okay, so from a safety point of view, Baby shampoo, oil, water, fractionated oil. Yeah, Lisa, you're on it. Warm water. Okay, so you'd want to avoid water at all costs. Okay, now the reason being, oil and water don't mix, and it'll actually intensify the oil. So what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to use an oil. Yeah, Fiona, a carrier oil. So you're wanting to use a carrier oil to dilute that oil down, and that'll just, you know, take it away straight away. So for a carrier oil, just you could use anything you have to hand. So you could use this, which is fractionated coconut oil. So this is a runny coconut oil, which I love because it doesn't smell like coconuts, because the rest of my family can't stand coconut. I love it. But you know, you can use that. You could use even olive oil, or, you know, sunflower oil, any form of oil you could use to dilute that down. So from an oil, from a safety point of view, that's what you would do. Same if somebody had put it on their skin and they felt like maybe they were having some form of reaction, you would just dilute that down with oil. You could use coconut oil if you've got coconut oil in your kitchen, and that'll just kind of melt in and help reduce any reaction. So yeah, so when you're using essential oils to start with, I'd always suggest you dilute with a carrier oil. And so that you could use some of the oils we mentioned, or whatever you have at home. And reason being, everybody's chemical composition, Kerry's saying she doesn't know why she said baby shampoo. Yeah, you'd use an oil to dilute it. But so dilute your oils with a carrier oil when you're applying them. Everybody's composition is different, people's skin will react differently. What I would say is, with the doTERRA oils, as I mentioned before, they're 100% pure oils, so certified oils, so the chances of reaction are low. That being said, everyone is different, so just always dilute first when you're doing that. So I'm now going to move on, and we're going to start going through the oils. Now what I've done today is I have chosen to go through, this is called doTERRA's Family Essentials Kit. Now the doTERRA kits contain the top 10 essential oils, and there literally is an oil for everything, and probably as we'll go through you'll think, oh, I need that oil, I need that oil, I need that oil. So that's probably, you know, it's a really great place to start. So we're going to go through these and give you some ideas of what all the oils can be used for. So we're going to start with some peppermint oil. Okay, so peppermint is a wonderful oil for supporting alertness and concentration. If you have that kind of afternoon slump, you know, 3 o'clock, where you want to grab a coffee and munch some biscuits, or, you know, you've been up all night with the kids and like it's after school time and you really just want to sleep, peppermint oil is a great one to reach for. So you could do like I did there, just pop a drop in your hand and take an inhale like that. The peppermint oil is really strong. As I say, I wish you could have smell-o-vision and you could actually experience it. Or you can just sniff it from the bottle. So what that'll do is it will help with concentration and alertness. It's also great for respiratory health. So if you have anyone who has any kind of respiratory things, or if you're just, you know, coughs, colds, things like that, it can help with your breathing. Wonderful for anyone that suffers from occasional sore tummies, things like that. And then the main one that most people have their first peppermint experience with is with headaches. So I have never known anything cut a headache like that. It's unbelievable. And that's the first one I think my husband had his first experience with when I first started with my oils, and he had a headache and I was like, oh, let's try it and see if it works. So he applied it a little bit too close to his eyes, so his eyes were a bit watery. So it is mentally, so you're wanting to keep away from, you know, eyes. You don't want to put essential oils in or around the eyes, or in your any kind of orifice, your ears or anything like that. So up here, and applied to the temples and even the back of the neck. And peppermint oil can be really, really useful in helping with headaches. So I know a lot of friends have used it for hangovers. That's Debbie saying worked for her with a headache. Oh, hello Jennifer. I wish I could see you in person. So nice that you're hopping on too. So peppermint oil, great for headaches, and also fevers and things. So if anybody's got high temperature, great for kiddos, you can apply to the soles of their feet, and that's going to help cool and bring down the temperature. So yeah, brilliant one. Okay, I don't have any favourites. Everyone always asks what's my favourite, and it really does depend on the day, time, but this is one of my favourites, and that's the one I mentioned earlier, which is lemon oil. So doTERRA lemon comes from Sicily, and Kerry's saying, does it help with flushes? So that's back to the peppermint. So yeah, it will help reduce the temperature wise with flushes. Also, I know you've already got geranium oil, Kerry, so geranium would be really good for supporting with hot flushes as well. But yeah, your peppermint will help cool you down at that point in time as well, so that would be a good one to reach for. So lemon oil, so your lemon, it is just the most awesome smell ever. It just reminds me of holidays. So lemon oil is really good for detoxing. So you've probably heard of having a slice of lemon in your warm water in the morning, and that's because it detoxes and flushes out the system, helps bring the body back into more kind of alkaline state, which is what we're kind of aiming for. So your lemon oil is a really great support for that. Anybody who's smelt it, anybody here who's smelt it and likes it, give me a heart, because honestly it's just so good. But lemon oil is really good for boosting your mood. So if you're having a bit of a really rubbishy day, and good, a rubbishy day, then lemon will really help you feel more vibrant and more alive, and just kind of gives you that lust for life. So citrus oils are great mood boosters. So if you're suffering with a bit of low mood just now, then your citrus oils are where you want to reach. Great if you've got a runny nose, so you can apply it across here, the bridge of the nose, and that will help with that. Wonderful one to diffuse. It'll help kind of neutralize the air and clean the air. And good if you've ever got any kind of sticky stuff or oily stains, then lemon's really good for that. And some people I've even heard of use it for whitening their teeth. So the beauty of the lemon oil as opposed to lemon is it doesn't have the acidity that you would have if you just had a lemon and water, so that's why some people use it for whitening. Cool. Next up, lavender. So this is probably the most popular oil that you may have used before or heard of before. So lavender is one of the most gentle oils that you will come across. This one, if you have children, I would say is a must to have in your house. It's really safe, really gentle. It's one of the only ones that I would say most people can just apply neat, because it is, suitable for sensitive skins. And lavender is really great for calming, relaxing. It is wonderful for supporting a great night's sleep. It's one that my daughter uses if she's having a nightmare, or if she just thinks she's going to struggle to get to bed. This is the one we use, and we apply it to her big toe, which she now does herself, which she loves, or into her diffuser. So the big toe is a great point for sleep. And applying oils to the feet is also a really great, safe way to apply essential oils, because one, the soles of the feet aren't maybe as sensitive as other areas, and two, the pores in the feet are larger. So you may have heard of people applying Vicks to their feet before and things like that. So that's why, because it will get absorbed into the bloodstream quicker. So lavender is really great for that. It's lovely to use in a massage for a baby as well, or for an adult. So really calming, and see if there's anything I've missed there. Great for any kind of, this time of year, if you've got any bites or stings or things. It's great for taking the itch out of, if you've got like a midgie bite or something like that, you could apply the lavender. Also good for burns. So if you've got a bit of sunburn, you could mix it just with some coconut oil, or even like an unscented body cream, you could use it in that way. Or what else do we use it for? I've put it in cupcakes before, that was quite nice, some lavender icing. But yeah, generally used for calming, relaxing, any burns. If you've burnt yourself on your hair straighteners or the cooker or something like that, you can apply lavender oil directly and that'll hopefully stop it from blistering, which is great. Okay, next up, Melaleuca. So Melaleuca is tea tree oil. This is one that you may have come across before. It's one that just reminds me of being a teenager. I don't know, did anyone here use tea tree on their spots when they were going through adolescence? So yeah, exactly. It's a very familiar smell when you smell it. Really, really cleansing. So your tea tree is antiviral, antibacterial, and a great one to reach for with, my mum actually used it when she was going through her chemo for mouth ulcers. And she would use it as a mouth rinse. So if you have any kind of oral thing like that, you could use it as a rinse. Just kind of, stirring it, get a glass of water, pop a drop of tea tree in, give it a swirl, and then literally do that and use it as a mouth rinse. So that's a good one. You can use it for cleaning toothbrushes, makeup brushes. If you have children who are prone to getting verrucas, if they go to swimming lessons and things like that, tea tree is a really lovely natural way to cleanse and get rid of verrucas without having to go through that whole kind of burny bazooka thing. I would prefer to use this. So any kind of verrucas, warts, skin things, tea tree is great for. Good for popping in shampoo if your kids are at school, and for head lice. Yeah, Debbie, yours has just come through as I've said that. So lice, yeah, so lice prevention. So tea tree is great for that. So if you have little ones, this is a really, really good one to use for that. Fungal toenails, good for that as well. And also if you've got any coughs or colds or viruses in the house, good one to get in the diffuser to just kind of cleanse the air and kill any bugs and stuff that way. Okay, next up, On Guard. So I love the smell of this. It's just, it's a shame you can't smell it. So it smells of Christmas to me. This is called On Guard Protective Blend. So this is the one you're going to reach for to support you, as I said, from bugs, viruses. If you go online and have a look and a little bit of research, you'll see that there's research done to looking at On Guard with preventing the spread of MRSA. You can make your own hand sanitizer with this, room sanitizer. Good one to have in the diffuser if you've got little ones that are starting back at school. It's a great one not only to kill bugs and germs, but also to prevent them and boost immunity. So we use this one proactively in the winter. I don't actually, oh yeah, I do. So we pop it in, we've got a little roller bottle like this, and you can buy this one like that, all mixed up. So you can get the On Guard made up like this. Sorry, I'm reading comments as I'm speaking. And I apply it to the soles of our kids' feet in the winter just to keep their immune system high. And I have to say, like, literally with 3 kids and however many years, that like our kids were permanently, felt like there was always one of them off school. It's Julie saying she loves it. She uses it in the diffuser at work. Kerry's saying she wants more info on it. So yeah, this oil was one of the ones that my mum used to diffuse all the time for people coming in and out the house when she was going through chemo, just to kind of kill any bugs and viruses that are in the air. And as I say, we use this proactively now to kind of boost immunity. So if you have a cough, cold, or just feeling a bit run down, bugs, viruses, things like that, this is the one you're going to use to help boost yourself back up again, or to prevent yourself catching anything in the first place. So just try to see if there's anything I've missed there. So yeah, the other thing, actually this was a bit of a turning point for me. Lisa's saying, at this rate I think I need a diffuser for every room in my house. Yeah, well what I did, Lisa, was I had one diffuser and I used to just walk from room to room. I'd shift it about depending where we were. So it would be in my daughter's room at bedtime, then my room at bedtime, it would be in the living room or the kitchen when they came home from school. So yeah, you can just rotate and then add to it over time. So it is a journey. You're not gonna like suddenly, you know, as Annie's saying, me too, Lisa. So yeah, so you're not gonna wake up tomorrow morning and just think, right, I'm gonna buy every oil, a diffuser for every room. Some people do, and that's absolutely cool, but it might just be that you maybe just buy one oil that you need just now. Did you dilute the On Guard? So yeah, Lisa, yeah, I dilute the On Guard in a roller for the kids. But the first time I did it, I actually bought, I don't have one here, but I bought the doTERRA Touch On Guard, which comes like this, so it's already pre-diluted, and that's one of the beauties. doTERRA do a range of touch products, and they're oils that are already diluted down, so they're great for using with kids. Obviously you can't diffuse them because they're in the roller bottle, but if you're wanting to use them like lavender for sleep, or you know, the On Guard, you can buy them in that touch bottles, which are super handy. Kerry's asking, do I do evenings like Enyo? So yeah, I do classes for people in their own homes. I also do one-on-ones. So if there was something more personal you wanted to work through, then we can meet. I can come to you for a cuppa, or you can come out here, or meet wherever, you know, Starbucks. I'm a fan of Costa, yeah. So yeah, I'll do and teach classes anywhere. Classes are absolutely free. And there's no obligation to buy anything. So if you want to get a group of friends together, come round, or a like group of mums at lunchtime, or friends round at night with a glass of wine, I am happy to do that as well. So cool, be in touch, brilliant. So yeah, so that's your On Guard. It's a wonderful, wonderful one to have in your kit. Next up, is doTERRA Breathe. So Breathe, as it suggests, is a respiratory blend. I absolutely love it. So I used this oil. This one is nearly empty. This has actually been a kit that's been out at somebody's house, so they were maybe a snorer, because that's what I say. So Breathe is a really good one to diffuse at bedtimes. I know a lot of people that actually helps them get a better night's sleep because they're breathing more deeply. But it's also wonderful if you have any snorers in the house, because it will help them breathe better, which in turn will give you a better night's sleep. So wonderful for that. When I first got my kit, one of the things I used my Breathe for was I actually melted down some hard coconut oil, popped some drops of Breathe in it, and just set it in like one of those little jam jars you get, you know, those if you're in a hotel or something. And I made it a bit like my own Vicks, so I would use it on the kids' chests at bedtime, and also on their feet as well. So Breathe's great for any coughs, colds, and this time of year for allergies. So if you've got bad hay fever and feel a bit congested, Breathe is great for that. Great for any sporty people if you're wanting to kind of, if you're a runner and you're wanting just to breathe a bit more deeply, it is a great one for that. Anything else? Let me think. So yeah, I mean, it's a lovely smell, a bit like Vicks. It's got that kind of pepperminty, mentholy smell there. So next up is oregano. So oregano is one of the, just popping that on there. Oregano is classed as a hot oil. And it is one of the ones that you definitely have to dilute. So you need to dilute that one down if you're going to be using it topically. So oregano to me is like the next step up from your Melaleuca, from your tea tree. Hello, Erica. And your oregano's same thing. It's great for any viruses, warts, verrucas, things like that. It's also really, really great. It's a huge immune booster. So if you were feeling really run down, it's not something you would use continuously. to support your wellness, but it's something if you were needing a right kick, like if you had flu or some kind of tummy bug, great for supporting things like candida, things like that, where you're really needing a real immune boost, and it's antibacterial, so it will help you on that level. So quite often we'll go to the doctor and they'll say, oh, there's nothing we can do, it's viral, you know, antibiotics won't work, which is absolutely true. But you could use something like your tea tree and melaleuca, as we discussed before. I'm laughing that Erica has come on just now, because Erica took the oregano without a veggie capsule, and I think it was quite burny, was it, Erica, when you did that? So to say, it's a hot oil, so it's one you want to kind of treat with a bit of respect. And Susan's saying, yeah, sorted her husband's tonsillitis. So he was doing exactly that, taking it in a capsule with the tea tree, On Guard and oregano, and that helped clear up his tonsillitis. Okay, I think I'm actually over time. I told you I wouldn't manage to stick to time, so I do apologise. I'm going to try and rattle through what I've got left. Deep Blue. So that's this one here. So I mentioned this one earlier. So Deep Blue is a great blend. It's a wonderful muscular blend. So if you've got any kind of aches, pains, I know of someone who's used it during labour. They actually used it on their back for their back labour pains. So it's like a natural way to support that. My husband used to have sciatica, and he found that really helped ease his tension with that. So the same with the oregano, you would dilute your Deep Blue down with carrier oil and apply it topically to the area that was needed. So that's one that you wouldn't take internally. It's purely for kind of muscular support and that there. Next up is DigestZen. So DigestZen there, well, it's called ZenGest now. Some of the names are changing just due to EU licensing and laws and things. So ZenGest, as it's called now, is good for digestive support. So if you've overindulged, if you're hungover, is it better to get the oil or the cream? Hubby's raving about the cream since I took a sample home. Okay, so the Deep Blue that we're speaking about here also comes in a cream format, which I don't have beside me just now, but using it in the cream is super easy, and no offense to any other guys that are watching, sometimes the guys just find it easier just to squish it out of a tube and use it that way rather than have to do two things, like dilute it like this. But if you're buying a kit, the Deep Blue will come in the kit, so it works out more cost effective if there was other oils that you were needing to buy it in the kit than just individually. But yeah, the Deep Blue, there's no difference, there's not one better than the other, it's just what's going to be most convenient for yourself or most cost effective, whatever works out for you. So Deep Blue, great for any kind of muscular aches, pains, growing pains in kids' legs and things, quite good for that. Good before and after exercise, so as I mentioned, climbing Benahee, or yoga, or if the guys love that one, great for any guys that play football or just have strenuous jobs. Good for muscle tension in your shoulders and neck if you're a bit stressed as well. So, okay, DigestZen, so ZenGest, yeah, great for tummy stuff, good for travel sickness. So if you have children that suffer from travel sickness, or even adults, my daughter likes to pop it on a teddy and take it in the car with her, and that's really helped her. So yeah, it's a really good one for tummy. If you're constipated or if you have the runt, and as I mentioned earlier, oils work in balance. So that oil can be used for either of those things. I have a yoga teacher who travels to India quite a lot, and she swears by that ZenGest. She takes it in water internally, and she no longer gets that kind of deli belly traveling. So it's a really great one for digestive support. And then last up out of this one's frankincense. So I mentioned this at the start. Frankincense is classed as the king of oils, and for a very good reason. If people say, if in doubt, use frankincense. Frankincense has been probably aware of, it's mentioned in the Bible. So, historically, this is known as the king of oils. Wonderful to use as a way of kind of calming and grounding. So a great one for supporting sleep, as is your lavender, and the two together would be wonderful for that. Good if you're feeling anxious or stressy. It'll help you feel more balanced. A good one to diffuse. Spiritually, it's a great oil for supporting connection and meditation. So it's one that I'll often diffuse in a class. Great for skincare. So I used to have some age spots, like dark spots on my skin. And I've been using frankincense on those, and those have disappeared. So you can just literally add it to your skincare and pop it on. So good for that. Great for cellular health, supporting inflammation, things like that. As I said, it's one of the most scientifically researched oils out there. So it packs a punch. So that brings us to the end of our top 10. So I'll just tell you a little bit about how you can get your hands on some oils and the current promotions that we have going on at the moment. So if you are already working with somebody to support your essential oil journey, you can go back to them and ask them to support you. Alternatively, if you want me to help you, then you can get in contact with me and I'll tell you what we've got going on just now. So as I mentioned, this is kind of the family essentials kit here, which is super cute. And anybody who enrolls with me at the moment will receive a free wellness review. They'll also receive a free 5ml wild orange. So anybody who's online just now who loves the wild orange, this literally is, I know they say they're all my favourite, but this is such an awesome oil. So it's a real love it. Yeah, here comes the wild orange love coming through. So yeah, so wild orange is a great one for uplifting. Yeah, everybody's got it. So I'm offering a free wild orange for anybody who enrolls with a kit just now. Also this little guide here, which is a little book which can help support you in using your essential oils. Quickly actually, I'm going to talk to you about these books here. So this book here is called Modern Essentials. It's like the Bible of essential oils and is really, really great thing to have at your disposal. There's an app of the book, Modern Essentials app, which is a wonderful way to support you. I'm also there to support you, and then we have a most amazing online community, and that's one thing about doTERRA actually, is that there's so much information available either via their website or customer services or through our team that you're never going to be stuck. Annie, if you're still watching, you don't know until you know, so you're never going to know everything about essential oils. I don't know everything about essential oils, but there's always someone you can ask. We've got, pharmacists on our teams, there's loads of health professionals, doctors, all sorts of different things. And also just people like you and me and mums who have had their own experience. So we can, there's a community that we can tap into. So you're never going to be stuck as to how to use them. If you already have essential oils and have an account and you want to refer someone to me, I'm doing a promotion just now that if you refer someone and they enroll, you'll get a half-hour Aroma Touch massage treatment from moi. So that's really, really lovely treatment using the essential oils to help balance and relax you. So I'm just going to take you quickly through some of the deals just now. So the reason I want to do online classes because doTERRA is currently offering 20% off selected enrollment kits. I dropped one of the flyers, so 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the kit I started with. Don't know if you can see it, but basically it's called the Home Essentials Kit, and what it is a diffuser, the top 10 oils, but in a larger size. They come in this size, which is 3 times the size of the ones I was showing you. So that plus the oils plus the wellness consultation from me, access to our online community, free wild orange, so that has been reduced from 222 to 177 for that there, and you get ongoing support from me. This is the one I'm loving up just now. It's called the Family Wellness Kit, and what it does, it contains the kit that I showed you just now, but it's also got some other things. So we spoke about toxic load, so it's got things such as the fractionated coconut oil, so you're ready to rock with that. It's got the doTERRA's multivitamin, which is actually their best-selling product. It's got their multivitamins there. It's got toothpaste. It's got a essential oil called Past Tense, which is great for migraines, headaches, tension, things like that. What else have we got here? On Guard beadlets. So the On Guard that we spoke about, it's got little beadlets which you can use as like a little hand sanitizer. It's got the hand wash. So it's a really great kit to start with if you're wanting to overhaul, you know, not just essential oils, but look at your, you know, journey there. So it was 198 and it's now 158. What I would say is your essential oils will probably, you know, the citrus oils, you're looking at a life expectancy of about 5 to 7 years, and your other oils you're looking for about 10 years. Little ones contain 80 odd drops, big ones 250. So they're going to last you a long time. So it really is an investment. And then what other ones we got here? So yeah, there's a number of different kits. I'll share some images in the pictures below of the kits that we have on offer, but those two are my favourite. The Home Essentials kit is the one I started with, and the Family Wellness is one that I just came across recently and absolutely love. But if you have any questions, please find a way. If you're interested in enrolling, drop me a message below. You can also buy the oils retail from me. So if there was one particular oil you wanted to purchase, you can do it that way. The benefits of enrolling are you then get your doTERRA membership, which is a bit like joining Costco. So you would then get 25% off any other oils you buy. So don't kind of overcomplicate things, but your enrollment kits include your membership. Or you can buy your membership separately, which is £20 plus VAT, and then you would get 25% off any products that you wanted as well. So does anybody have any questions on anything we've covered? As usual, I've gone over time, but at least you're in your own home, maybe with a glass of vino and your jammies on. Anything anybody else wants to ask, or anything in particular that they're looking for support with? No. So sometimes it takes a little bit to come through. So yeah, so if you want to start your wellness journey, and if there's anything else you want support with, please drop me a message or comment below. I'll share some of the kits in this group. I'm going to keep this video up for a couple of days, and then I'll remove it. Lisa, does enrollment simply mean you get money off future purchases? Yeah, so your enrollment means that you're part of the essential oil community. So you also you will then get 25% off any products. You get access to your online community support group. You get access to the Loyalty Rewards program. And I'm just trying to read everyone's comments as they're coming through. So yeah, we can go through that if you want to know a little bit more. What's good mix in the set for stress management? So from the kit that we've mentioned there, frankincense would be your go-to, and lavender if you're looking at stress management, and possibly your On Guard to help keep your immune system up, because often when we're stressed our immune system suffers, and lemon just for giving you that boost. So probably use combination of those 4 oils in the kit there to help with stress management. Yeah, cool. I think that's us. So yeah, will Deep Blue help with joint pain? Yes, is the long and short answer. Deep Blue and also your frankincense can help with that as well. Maybe have it, depending on what it is, you know, having a look at your frankincense will help with inflammation, so the joint pain may be coming from inflammation. And yeah, Deep Blue will help with that. As I say, it helped my husband with kind of sciatic pain and pain in his joints from golfing. But yeah, so your Deep Blue would help with that. And I'm just reading the next one. Claire, thank you. Yeah, so Lisa's saying, surprised how many benefits each of the oils has. And this is the beauty of them. There's a crossover between oils. There's so many different benefits, and I literally could sit here all night talking about them all. But yeah, it's a great starting point. The kits are a great place to start because, you know, it comes with a little guide, you know, that tells you a little bit about each oil and its uses. And as I say, it's just a journey. It starts off, you know, you might start with one oil for a headache, and then it just kind of expands and grows, and it's a really cool thing to be part of. It's a lovely community, and yeah, it's changed my life, and maybe in the future it might change yours. So lovely. Thank you for so many of you coming online tonight, and also like kind of interacting as well, which makes my job a lot easier rather than just speaking at you. But yeah, please get in touch if there's absolutely anything else you need, and I look forward to being able to help you. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.